Aluminum metal will react with sulfuric acid and produce aluminum sulfate. If you desire to produce 51.285 grams of aluminum sulfate, how many grams of sulfuric acid are needed? Here are the 8 steps for a stoichiometry problem. Starting with step 1, is it a stoichiometry problem? The answer is yes, it is an if-then problem. If you want to make 51.285 grams of aluminum sulfate, then how many grams of sulfuric acid are needed? Now make sure you have a balanced equation. Here are the chemicals as reactants and products, and here the reaction is balanced. Determine the if chemical and the then chemical. That was actually done in step 1. The if chemical is the aluminum sulfate. The sulfuric acid is the then. If necessary, calculate the moles of the if chemical. We need the number of moles of aluminum sulfate. Aluminum sulfate has a molar mass of 342.20 grams per mole. So you take the grams you have divided by the molar mass, and you get 0.150 moles of aluminum sulfate. Now we're going to set up the then-if ratios. So 3 sulfuric acids are to 1 aluminum sulfate, as X is to 0.150. Now we're going to solve for the unknown. So we arrange it to isolate the unknown X. When you do the math, you see that X is equal to 0.450 moles of sulfuric acid. Do any other calculation needed? The question asks for grams of sulfuric acid. Right now we just know the moles. But moles times molar mass equals grams, so we plug those values into the equation. And so now we can give the definitive answer. To produce 51.285 grams of aluminum sulfate, you will require 44.15 grams of sulfuric acid.